advise the War Cabinet on a...
Waiting for a taxi. I wish I was getting off. I can't sleep. Getting down to get a hot drink. I've tried everything. Sleeping pills and sleepy drinks. I've even tried those sleep tapes where you listen to a cassette on headphones when you get in bed and a woman sends you slowly to sleep with sexy pillow talk. Actually, they were great. I didn't get much sleep, though. It's a dangerous thing, sleep conditioning. I mean, you never really know what's going on. Like, by the time they started to work on me, the batteries had run down and the voice played really slowly and deep. Now I can't hear Barry White without getting an enormous erection. Just about the only therapy I haven't tried is cognitive therapy for phobias and the like. If you've got a fear of, say, rope, they begin by just saying the word rope to you for about an hour and a half. Rope, 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 rope. Next week you have to bring it back to them. Rope, 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 rope. Rope! Rope! And the following week they show you pictures of reefs and sheepshanks, so on, until eventually you can't get enough of the stuff. They do say that it'll work on any phobia or irrational fear. I had a mate whose homophobia was cured in 3 weeks, building from listening to YMCA and Will Young, gradually moving to actual social contact and conversational forge with gay men. And eventually, and in the end, holding hands. Amazing. Amazing. Afterwards, they reckoned it was because subconsciously he was jealous. But we're all jealous. Well, take China. In the paper yesterday, there was a story on a Chinese province that actually accused a neighbouring province of stealing their clouds and seeding them for rain. Imagine that. Mass jealousy. Talk about the grass is always greener. You can only assume there was some kind of interprovincial competition looming. A kind of Chinese village in bloom. Still, there are worse things to lose than competitions. Or clouds.
Of the German army across Europe, the British government set up a committee of nutritional experts to advise the War Cabinet on a strategic food policy. The home front was once again thrust into the fore. 12 ounces of bread, 6 ounces of vegetables, a pound of potatoes.
Well, that's exactly what I mean. It never used to be like this, did it? Not in the war days. People looked out for each other then. This looks exactly like my room. Wow. Pictures, the bedding, curtains, carpet. It's all the same. If you needed to borrow some sugar or a novelty item with the Queen Mother's face on it, you let yourself in round the back and just help yourself. It's not like that nowadays. No. Nowadays it's all, here, put that back, I'm ringing the police. You're not my son is dead. Still, I suppose in some ways it's necessary because it's the barriers between us that make us who we are, that define us socially. You have to have identity. Oh, I mean, you need to know who you are, or else, where do you go home? Nowhere. That's where. And you can't go on like that. You can't. We'd all end up living in hotels. Huge, enormous, great hotels with thousands of identical rooms, each one more disappointing and less like the brochure than the last. Talking of disappointment, did you see Trev McDonald last night? I'm not saying it was a disappointing episode, quite the opposite. Although it was a repeat. I think it was a repeat. Although it was a repeat, I think it was Trev McDonald. Anyway, there was this thing on a Romanian woman who worked on a sex line, talking dirty to men. One day in a supermarket, this guy recognised her voice. Yeah, he was a regular client of hers. He'd call her up when he was away on business trips. You know, he liked her. When he actually saw her in the flesh, for real, he was disgusted. He couldn't bear how ugly she was. The dream was shattered. She had one leg, shorter than the other. Anyway, he beat the crap out of her in the supermarket where he worked. He'd never been on a business trip in his life. I feel bad for both of them. They're both liars. We're all trapped. We lie to feel less trapped. We're all liars.
Your body is a soft putty. Now it is a gas. Now it is pure energy. Let my voice surround that energy. Become that energy as your mind wanders closer to sleep.
Let my voice relax and soothe you. Yes, that's good. The soft tone of my words absorbs and enters you. The vibrations massage you. Warm, heavy, sleepy. Sleep with me now, like a baby. Fingertips like satin.